I believe in Taniwha. Yep, not a belief, it's just what it is. So the pool itself is known as Ngarara Tuatara, and it literally translates as the eye of the lizard. The area that we're in is renowned for Taniwha, and it's also the home of Ngāti Tama Ihu Torua, who were referred to as the Dragon Slayers. There's an interesting story about a very similar pool to this within the local region, and it concerns a young priestess by the name of Kuiro and her lover Tamahika, and a Taniwha ko Taukahu, which was the original name of a lake or a hot pool, now a hot pool, found in Rotorua. Tamahika was a handsome warrior. He was a renowned athlete, and he was also seen as a repository of knowledge for his people. And his wife Kuiro was, well, you know, she was just a real beautiful young lady who loved to wake up every morning, swim in this nice cool pool. That's how she would, you know, pretty much start her days. This Taniwha Taukahu actually lived at the bottom of this lake, and he took a fancy to her, seeing her every morning swimming across, you know, to one side and bathing and doing what she does. And it just so happened that he had enough. He wanted her, and so he swam out of his cave, up, grabbed her by the feet, and he pulled her down. Now apparently the story has it that she died of fright before she actually drowned, but he had her. Now Tamahika, being a handsome, very strong warrior, obviously, you know, totally blown away by what had happened, dove into the pool with his weapons, but a Taniwha is a Taniwha, and apparently like Taukahu is real deep. He could only get down so far. He's made so many attempts to try and get down there and, you know, revive Kuiro. In the end he couldn't. He turned to the gods up in the highest heaven, Tiki Tiki o Te Rangi, which is where the supreme creators reside. Some people say that Tangaroa, the guardian of the ocean, the equivalent to Poseidon, he sent down his army, Tu Te Wehiwi and Tu Te Hi, into the pool to actually destroy the Taniwha. Our local kaumatua here say that Uru Uru Te Ngangara, he's the guardian of lightning and thunderbolts. That's how he was destroyed. They sent down lightning bolts, whatitiri, papate whatitiri, into the hot pool, heated it, and in doing so killed him. Which is cool. Yeah, I mean, like, it differs right throughout the country. Here, like, we also state that Tangaroa, Poseidon, he's the guardian of the waterways, but he also has someone very similar to the Lady of the Lake. Yeah, I haven't seen a Taniwha. Yeah, I would say that my stepfather saw a Taniwha, which is the story that we spoke about earlier.
Yeah, did you ever describe it?
Half horse, half lady.
All right.
Yeah, half human. Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Some people might say that it's a ghost or kehua. But like in our family, it's seen as a Taniwha or tipua, which is a protector. So Taniwhas aren't always, you know, monsters with big teeth that come out and, you know, kill everyone like Godzilla. No, sorry, dude.
They're guardians as well, yeah.
Yeah, you're rightly so. But that's a family story of a half horse and a half human who comes and protects our family whenever something bad is inflicted upon us. And the story just so happened that our stepfather, was a very different man at a very different time in his life, and done some nasty things to my mother. And our tupua came back, our Taniwha came back, kicked him in the head. And as mentioned, he woke up in the morning and he had this big horse hoof in the middle of his nut, his forehead. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, rightly so. Yeah. Where I'm from, we also have kakatara and tumoria, which are our Taniwhas, which are logs seen in the rivers or in the lakes.
Swimming upstream generally,
Yep. Always going against the grain.
Against the current, yeah.
Against the current, against the grain.
Yeah.
They're doing things that they shouldn't be doing.
Yeah.
If it's a still lake, if it's nice and flat, then they'll obviously be bobbing or they'll be moving around.
Cool.
Yeah. Whātaitai e ngake is our, all I know about them is that it was Whātaitai e ngake who actually smashed open the harbour of that time and created the Wellington Harbour. I haven't got as much detail as Clive, how he was talking about the love story or anything. Yeah. I think you might have enough about that. I only refer to it because as a performer, when we travelled down to Wellington, instead of paying obeisance to the local tribes, we paid obeisance to the two Taniwha. Yeah. You know, tuki aki akinga. You know, they were actually, from what we were told. E aira, ki te kōrero ko whātaitai ko ngake, Ngā Taniwha weri weri, ipa ia mai mā ngā ika. So it was whātaitai and ngake who made their way down the jawbone of the ika, of the North Island. Ki ko atu, ki te ngutu, ka rongo ake ki te ngaru papa ki mai ana i te ākau. And then they were somehow they were drawn over land, over to the inner lip, and then they heard the crashing of the waves on the outside. Ka toko ake te whakaara, o kia hau kurua te kuititanga. And then they decided that they wanted to break out, they wanted to see out, to see what was on the other side. And then that's when they decided to pull on up, and then charge it, and then smash it. Tuki tukia, aki akia, tuki tukia, aki akia. Created the Wellington Harbour.
Yeah.
We always give obeisance to the earth first, and then like some of us will like turn to the tupua or to the Taniwhas or to the guardians, and then we go to our ancestors, and then we come to us. But down there, like, we acknowledge them because they were so powerful, and then of course you can adopt battle formations and take everything from them, turn yourself into a Taniwha, metamorphosis. I haven't heard of anything, but here we've got a bit of an arrogance about us because we profess that we're celestial and that we come straight from the stars, as you do. But yeah, I can say in everything that I've sort of heard and come across, I haven't heard of any Taniwha, playing any part in the makeup of the world.